Kids are filthy.
There you go.
After touching a strange, dirty object, their first instinct is not to wash their hands, but probably just to put it into their own mouth, or the couch, or the inside of your water glass, or the cat, or on your laptop, or whatever they feel like. Normally, this is just a nuisance. But now, with COVID-19, the idea that your child is running around contaging the entire neighborhood isn't quite as funny. That's probably why we've been hearing so much about washing your hands lately.
Wash their hands.
Or wash our hands.
Wash of the hand.
Scrub.
The kids don't tend to be great at anything, let alone washing their hands. So how do you get your child to wash their hands, besides screaming at them, "Please wash your damn hands"? These entrepreneurs think they have a better solution. It's a pen that kids can use to draw on their hands and then wash it off. The secret? The pen is full of soap. SoaPen was created well before the COVID-19 pandemic, and it was created to combat something equally deadly: the squirts, chocolate thunder, the wet dragon, otherwise known as diarrhea. Most people don't think of diarrhea as deadly.
It's happening.
But I'm not talking about the recreational diarrhea you've probably had some familiarity with.
It happened. Well, you're really doing it, aren't you?
This is Amanat and SoaPen,
How are you?
the co-founders of SoaPen. They grew up in India, where diarrhea kills thousands of young children by depleting their bodies of vital fluids.
Diarrhea is the second leading cause of death for children. Especially when I was in New York, it was just laughable. And it's a reality for so many kids. And washing hands with soap can reduce your chances of getting diarrhea by more than 60%.
Back in 2015, Amanat and SoaPen visited low-income schools in India and the US.
And what I didn't realize was that a lot of these teachers themselves have no idea how important hand hygiene is. So there was this huge gap where the teachers who are teaching the young ones who are at risk themselves have no idea how important hand washing is.
So Amanat and SoaPen, who were industrial designers by trade, decided to invent a product to help solve this problem. SoaPen taps into something kids already naturally do, which is to draw on stuff, whether or not they're supposed to.
Kids think of it as more of a fun activity, and so in turn they end up washing their hands more. You're drawing on your fingers, you're drawing on the back of your hand, and you're intuitively explaining to them that they need to be washing all over their hands.
Some of the world's best products were originally designed for one culture and then adapted later for everyone. Starbucks is basically a globalized version of an Italian coffee house. And with SoaPen, an idea that was meant for stopping child diarrhea in India could be a crucial part of preventing the next pandemic.
Talking about SoaPen and pitching it to people in the US, we would always get this laughing face, oh, but that's the reality in India. And now our reality is that everyone is screaming about washing hands with soap. You know, it's soap. It's not something that's so revolutionary that it's going to change lives. But then when you look at it in another way, it is.
I think a lot of people now, when they think of a health issue in a different part of the world where they thought previously, oh, that isn't going to impact me in any way, now they're going to be thinking about it a little bit differently, I think with a little bit more empathy.
If there's one silver lining from COVID-19, it's that it's made clear how interconnected our world is. If we can globalize the best ideas, then our world will be a much cleaner and safer place. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram so that we can continue to share stories about people thinking differently and changing the world.